Number 8, we have a public hearing on stop signs at Nate's Lane at South Bay Road. I have proof of publication from Richard Keene of the Eagle newspapers. The notification was indeed published, and proof of posting from Town Clerk Tracy M. Castleman. The notice is posted on the boulevard at the proper time. Heather?
Actually, I think these were proposed by the police department a few meetings ago. We have two sets of stop signs tonight. The first is just for a stop sign, make sure I get this right, on Nate's Lane at the intersection of South Bay Road. And that's what the first public hearing we have is for. I would note for the public's information that in an effort to conserve resources and economy, we did publish them all as one public hearing notice.
Okay.
There are two separate local laws. The stop signs are in different locations.
Any comments, Chris, or?
No, we agree with it.
We haven't got that far yet, but. I'll open the public hearing at this time and solicit comments from those who are in favor of the stop sign. Do you have your name and address, please?
It's going to be a busy evening. Tom Baloo, 6121 Palm Summit. My question would be, and I thank the highway superintendent for having installed that sign several months ago, because it was a safety issue.
Right.
It's pretty clear that site plan and also town code specifically says when we develop property or a site, that we should include putting our stop signs in place before we start putting houses up. Now, if you go down to Florida, and I'm sure, I know Bill, you've been down there, and I spent some time down there, it'll look like a tornado went through there. There's no houses, but the street lights are there. The pedestrian crosswalks are in, the stop bars are all painted in, the sidewalks are there, even the wheelchair ramps are in. There's no homes. Everything is done before a house is built. The question is up here, we're not doing all those things, but why aren't we putting the stop signs up to control traffic once the first house, second house, and 100 houses go up? So I thank you for doing that. The other question that gets brought up is the placement of some of the signs. There's, in particular, at the T intersection at Nate's and Lana, the traffic is stopped on Nate's coming down to South Bay, instead of the traffic at Lana being stopped at the T. In other words, if this is your T, and you're coming in on Lana, why is the traffic stopped on
Now,
this
speaking to
side?
the microphone, would you please?
Why is the traffic stopped on this side of the entry and allowing them to make a right-hand turn going out of Lana? Lana should have been stopped. The T should have direct access. Anybody coming into the T should be stopped instead of the other way around.
I'm not familiar, I'd have to go back out and look at it, Tom, but I think we approved these,
Microphone.
I think these were approved quite a number of months ago.
Yes, it were.
And,
I'm only questioning why the
this is
placement.
where it was approved by the town board.
Yeah,
All I
but the
do is
suggestion is made by
recommendations.
you guys, and if they don't review it, they have to take your word for the correct placement, that's all.
We did, I work with the chief, and
Sure.
this is where we put them through. We stop traffic, we don't want to stop traffic on through roads. But I have to
But
go
we
out and
are,
look at it.
we are in this
I have to
case.
go and look at
Okay.
where it was placed.
And the reason I bring it up is because there's a retired engineer up there that I stopped and when I was biking up through there today, and a couple of people said, why is that stop sign on that side of the intersection and not over on Lana coming into Nate's?
It may have been a typo, and we may have placed it in the wrong spot. I have to go out and take a look at it.
All right.
If nobody brought it to my attention before this,
Right.
I assume I meant to put it up right. Let me go out and take a look at it.
I appreciate that. And this gives me another opportunity to point out something else now that we've got a public hearing on stop signs and also talking about traffic lights.
We have to stick to the issue, Tom.
I
This is about the
understand that.
stop sign at Nate's Lane and South Bay.
We're talking safety issues here. We still have traffic signal heads, non-functional, at Burdick Drive. Now, if you've got people, I saw it happen over the weekend. Somebody drives through a light because there's no red signal on. The light bulb's out. Somebody comes out because they have a green light and there's an accident. The town's going to be responsible for that. These are safety issues that have to be addressed. If it's not our responsibility to change it, and it's Burdick's or the counties, they should be notified. We don't want the tort liability for the town and the residents to be responsible for an accident there and have to pay for the damages inflicted on something.
Heather, would you draft a letter and send it to Mr. Burdick for us, please?
Thank you.
Is there any other people here that would like to speak in favor of the stop sign? Give your name and address, please.
Ed Zaleski, Van Antwerp Drive. I pass that intersection many times during the day, and I've seen trucks and cars cut right out in front of me, and I'm definitely in favor of a stop sign.
The unfortunate part, Ed, I would agree with you, but I've come down Route 31 on numerous occasions, come to the town hall. There is a stop sign at the intersection of Button and 31, and there are people that totally refuse to stop. They just blow right through it.
Well, that's why they have so many big accidents there.
That's
They've
correct.
got to learn how to cope with these situations, but this is something that you need on stop
It's
signs.
very unfortunate that people refuse to stop at a stop sign.
I'm not one of them.
I know it. Does anyone else like to speak in favor of the stop sign? Would anyone like to speak in opposition to the stop sign? I'll close the public hearing, solicit town board comments.
I think we do need the stop sign there.
Would you like to make a motion?
I would make a motion that we take and put it on record that we have a stop sign there after Chris checks it out and makes sure it's in the right place.
That one's a real place.
I'll second.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Ms. Tarwacki?
Yes.
Mr. Ryback?
Yes.
Mr. Coral?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
I would like to make one comment that somebody should ask that developer to clean up that corner, because when we were doing highway pickup, adopt the highway or Arbor Day cleanup, that particular corner is full of trash and debris left over from construction and a trailer that looks like it's been there for a long time, and I think that, you know, it's right on our main road, and I think we ought to contact that person and ask him to clean that mess up. You know, there's no house there on that corner, but it need not be looking like a, you know, a corner of a warehouse there.
Wait, is that still a construction lot? What are they doing there?
Yes, it is. There's still houses being built in there.
They did get the back location out of there though,
Good,
after 2 years.
that's good. Number 10.
Well, could I make one more thing, sorry. What Mr. Baloo was talking about, the lights being out, there is also a light out at Circle Drive and Hogan Road. A red light is missing there also.
Those are birds.
Those belong to Burdick, right in front of the travel agency.
I believe they do.
The bank.
I think all of them over there. But if you could, Heather, get a letter to Mr. Burdick and have him check them out.
Is that the one you were talking about, Tom?
No.
No, so it's the other one down, so there's two out, it's farther down, okay.
I drive by there on my way to work. I'll check them all in the morning and I'll get back together.
Okay.
Because I believe there's another one down. I can't remember where it is.
North on, going north on frontage, crossing Circle Drive onto Hogan, that's where it's out. You got a truck, if you have a truck turning and the other light is blocked, you have no idea what's going on.
Bird made a motion, would it? Jimmy seconded the motion, you need to call the roll.
Mr. Conway? Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Mr.
This is on, what are you doing?
Nate.
Nate's Lane in South Bay?
Yeah, I think she just spoke about everyone.
Already did.
We already did it.
I have no motion.
We all set now? Any more questions?
No.
Concerns?
No, I'm done right for now, anyway.
Back to the agenda.